So there's a lot of discussion, lots of technical issues. The whole internet is full of this issue, that issue when it came down to Windows XP migration to Windows 8.1. Okay, so let me just start that recording in 3, 2, 1.
Action.
All right, action. So, sharing my screen, and let us go to the first.
You said we need 2 XP joined machines, right, to domain, and 2008 R2 DC.
Okay, were you attending some other class as well? You just mixed it up. You see my expression, right? Okay. So yeah, we needed to have what happened last week? So Gregory still had his UDI environment intact from last lab, and then I connected and we went through that. It went fine and it was perfect. So Gregory's lab is always amazingly working with all the labs we've done. Let's have our labs also, in working conditions. So I'm just gonna go through the list of double checking all the areas before we start the migration. Always make sure that your clients are showing yes here. If not, then the client
said that you should say yes. You didn't say that in the email. You said join to DC.
Yeah, but Hamdan, if you check now, I think they are automatically yes, because if you have followed the Prajwal way of getting your infrastructure up, they should already be yes right now automatically.
Amir, I'm now the expert to make them say yes. Believe me.
Wow, seriously?
Yeah, he has an editor where he can go and edit no in yes. So even if it's no, but you can see yes.
Oh, you can send a screenshot showing that. Hey, that's good.
There is no salmon fishing for you this season. No.
Oh,
you're
man.
out, man.
Manzur, you're out. Okay. So yes, the clients should be saying yes. So let's go ahead. And if these hot fixes are not there, we are gonna be in big trouble. So please have this SP1 R2 with SP1 was already installed when we downloaded from Microsoft. It's that cumulative update 5, or let's just keep tracking of if SP2 is released or CU6 has been released or 7 has been released. We need to really stay in touch with that. Otherwise, all the issues we're gonna face are going to go take us, make us crazy. Okay, this is something new. SCCM client action tools from Codeplex. Very, very excellent tool. I've been using it for some time now, 2 or 3 weeks, and I would suggest that you should go to this site, sccmcat.codeplex.com, and oh, you know what? As usual. So let me just send this slide, and so you could just click those links, and we could download these stuff. If you already got, because the website name is also not very long, you could just see from here and go ahead. And so I'm just sending this so slide for migration, and just going to and there you go. So please check and confirm if you got the slide now. Okay, so what we are trying to, the main basic purpose of this tool, remotely refresh the client, SCCM client. So whatever you have sent, suppose you have published an application and you're seeing that, hey, when the application will start. So remotely you will push some buttons, and if suppose there were 100 clients, if there were 1,000 clients, all the clients would get this refresh, like the machine policy will be at least at once triggered from all those 100 or 1,000 clients, and whatever you've pushed, it will start there. So I already installed it. If you have copied it, the slide is there. Open the slide, go to the 5th one, and just click that link, or just go there and download this. There's only one download button there. So
where should it download it, like to the SCCM?
Exactly. So please download it to the SCCM server.
Host, to the host.
To the exactly the virtual machine SCCM. This is the link you're seeing when you went there. When you download, first download it, of course, in your laptop or your desktop, and then just copy that stuff. So I'm just gonna take that from there and copy it. So this is the client action tools. This is the folder you're going to be downloading. This is a zip form. Just right click, and if you have WinRAR, the extract button should be here. So extract it to the normal folders. And then I am copying that. I can copy that to the SCCM. Before that, yeah, you guys can go ahead and do that. I have tested the whole migration and took millions of screenshots in case I had to prove, hey, it was working when I was doing that. Anyway, so I'll just go back now to my snapshots in order to show you.
Yes, but it took you like 3 weeks, man.
I knew this was coming. Anyway,
and
so
still XP is not working.
Yeah, XP will have big problems. I'll send you a couple of 100 links that I gathered up, and
Thank God there is no XP anymore on the market.
You know why I was after XP? Because so I wanted to do the migration. I went to the internet. Okay, SCCM migration Win7 to Win8, and what I saw there was all XP migrations. Then I saw that why XP is there only and 7 is not there in any forum in all Microsoft websites and every blogs, because XP has expired last year. The support has expired last year, and we got rid of in our job, in my job environment, we got rid of XP 8 months ago. 8 months ago, there were 2 lost XPs among the 86,000 clients. There were just 2 lost XP machines remaining. So we got rid of it like nearly last year as well. During the last year, we were doing all that. Now all the migrations were for XP, and there are many issues of why there was a big issue for us. If we had SCCM 2007, we would not have that issue. We have SCCM 2012 R2, and R2 has big issues with XP. So R2 was not there in our environment last year. It was SCCM 2007, and R2 was still in the development phase. So it was so easy there. Now I know why R2 has big issues with SCCM, and those big companies who migrated from 2007 SCCM to 2012 R2, they were scratching their head, pulling their hair because of so many issues. R2 was not compatible with XP migration. It was not even compatible.
Yeah, Grigori, are you there? You should say something, man. You are migrating from 7 now. From XP, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him already.
And the migration RBC using now, it's not Pixie. They are using flash keys.
Yeah. So that's the manual way.
Three options, and in branches you have to have for one computer you have to do Pixie boot, because just in case if you need then in the future reimage some computer in that branch, you have to make sure that the Pixie boot is working.
Yeah, but they are using now the key flash memory, right?
Yeah, because it's faster.
No, because they cannot access the Pixie through
because it's faster.
Yeah, it's the easier. It's the easier. I don't know if it's faster or not.
Come on, it's faster.
It's faster than Pixie. That's right. They do that.
No, but how it would be faster? Like, because you need someone to put the memory card or the flash drive in the system, then remove it after it. So how it could be faster than the Pixie one? Pixie, you don't need any infraction, nothing.
Like in my interview with those guys, Grigori with RBC, they told me that the migration they are doing through those flash keys, USB memory, whatever they call it, just because it's tough to do the migration XP with the SCCM 2012 R2. Just because it's almost like not real. It takes time, it's complicated. So through the key, then it's faster, but it's supposed to be through the DXY file. You through the image to hundreds of thousands of machines, right? That's what the SCCM made. Not to take the key. Why I'm saying that? Because in the production environment, it also happens, like what the Amir got stuck with. And there are always solutions. It's not only on our VMware like workstations we got those troubles, right?
Oh, thank you for giving me the opportunity to finish my tea and everything. Yeah. So, yeah, in the bank environment.
Amir, you are eating something so tasty, man. I even feel that.
Oh man, I like fries. French fries is so good. Anyway, so yeah. That was tasty. What I wanted to say add here is that in banks, it's so difficult to enable over the network deployments of anything across the branches when you have thousands of machines. So
may I see something? This Pixie boot option when you're migrating to Pixie, it's in local server. Branches has local server, right? And all that stuff, imaging comes from the local server, so it's not from some brain head office.
No, this is security personal information, man. This is private. I mean, don't share with other banks. Come on.
so the main thing is that still it's not that easy to enable all those. This is just one of the options I was saying. The main thing is that XP had huge amount of issues. I can get it up and running. It's just that I would require a lot more time than what I got, because until last night, all night, and several all nights, I was just struggling with all the issues, and then reading all the forums and what Microsoft was saying and what experts were saying. I can give you exact plan of, hey, what not to do and what to add and what to remove from the original configurations of SCCM to get XP only working. So it's a pain.
When the operation died, the XP, poor XP, now everybody's saying that. Come on, man. It has been the best operation system for 10 years from Microsoft.
No, 7 was also good. Yeah, everyone was saying that. XP still was, the best when it came to...
And the wrong issue is with SCCM 2012 R2, it's not with XP.
Yeah, so R2 is too advanced. It has 2 newer features that it was not compatible. Some of its components are not compatible with XP. So after that, only workarounds were left. Even Microsoft people were saying, hey, do this workaround, do that workaround. We are releasing a hot fix very soon. And then the trace was gone. Where was that hot fix? And tried to see that. Even I applied 2 new hot fixes to my environment, and even that didn't work. And it didn't work for so many other people. But it was not impossible. It is not impossible. It just needs more time. So I thought, hey, we need to understand migration from SCCM R2. The concepts of migrations are still same, and we don't need workarounds for that operating system, which is not even in the companies anymore, or which is really in the last of those. So now 10 has arrived, Windows 10. So migration from Windows 7 to any other operating system would be today's talk. That was last year that, hey, let's migrate from XP, or 1 year before that. If 2 years back we were doing that, we would definitely be only concentrating on XP. And it has issues with R2. If we can have older SCCM version, we could just go ahead easily do that. R2 has big issues with that because they are not expecting XP to be in our environment. That's why R2 is not basically compatible with XP without doing any workarounds and hard fixes. So what people did, they before migrating to R2, they got rid of XP in their older SCCM environment, and in many companies like ours, they have both the SCCM 2007 and SCCM 2012 R2 working both side by side, are working in the same environment, just like Exchange 2003 or 2007 and 2012, or 2012 and 2013 can work side by side. So they had older version for backward compatibility.
On a separate note, like in last 3 weeks, you could also install 2007 just to show us the XP migration.
Okay, I was planning to do that.
Amir, the link, please. The link. Show us the link. Come on, man. I'm dying now. Saying that.
For
to download the stuff, man. Show us the link, please.
For download what stuff?
The client. No, nothing. You just show us the stuff,
okay.
To download the stuff. I mean,
he sent you a presentation, and slide number 5 has that link.
No, I'm not going to check my email as well. I got 3 screens. Oh, come on, open that link.
SCCM C80.
Okay. So guys, I'm also sending one more link, which is
he is not checking his email. Just show him the link here.
No,
SCCMcat.codeflex.com.
Oh, okay. So there is another expedited links I gathered in the forum as well, in my forum. I'm pressing go to here to go back to my snapshot, SCCM previous snapshot, so we could start the migration.
I don't need you guys. I'm gonna figure out myself. Don't need you at all.
Okay. Hey, here it is. This is the one. SCCMcat.codeflex.com. So an excellent.
Just a second. Thank you. Just a second.
Oh, come on. Okay. So yeah, if you have this, I'm gonna show you how to use that too. It's 2 or 3 steps, and it works right away, then and there.
Hold on.
You're also writing that? Hey, people are so lazy. Okay, so you're gonna see that, and we're gonna download. Hey, I should have just sent it as a zip file.
You only make comments. Yourself, you are following that, yeah?
Yeah, right. Look who's talking about making comments.
No, I have already downloaded it. I was just kidding. Hold on. I was just trying to remember Alice in our class.
Yeah, actually, I miss you all, guys. It was really stupid classes. I like that.
That's why you miss it, huh? Okay, that's one reason that we are still interested in the classes, right? So Rolando has again sent private message.
You have to figure out SharePoint.
SharePoint, yeah, everyone needs that SharePoint. I was thinking of making 3 package training, like something like that. Okay, let's not advertise. Anyway, so an excellent remote assistant. Let's go ahead with that. I already have downloaded.
Visual Studio 2015, man. Why it's not downloading?
Huh? Visual Studio 2016? Why do you need that? So, okay, what will we do today? We will migrate user settings from, the main thing is upgrading the OS. The main thing is that if I go to my very sophisticated tool called newly released Paintbrush, okay, it's just 15.
New word, Amir, sophisticated. Good, man.
Yeah, it's just that I like to say a lot of things about this tool. So this is the SCCM, the main environment that we have, DC, DNS, and then this is that SCCM / SQL, and now we have the 2 client machines here, which is Windows 7. And then there is another machine. Today what we are doing is, so Win7 is here, and this could be an empty machine or bare metal. I should just say bare metal machine, bare metal, an empty machine with no OS. This Win7 is already, suppose this is already being used by many users. So a couple of users have already logged into this machine, and users have their personal files and folders created here on this Windows 7. So the two major steps we are concerned with are that OS is upgraded from 7 to 8.1. User settings are migrated from 7 to 8.1 now. Okay, there are two ways to do that. How we can migrate user settings. One is in place. So in place would be that the user settings will be intact. They will not be deleted. They will not be copied to any third place. They will be intact on the same OS, while 7 is upgraded to 8.1. So let me just drag that somewhere we can read. So we are not creating any third area to save that, while this is part of the replace migration. In place migration would be that the files will remain in Win7, user settings will remain, but intact. The migration process will keep them or save those user settings intact somewhere, and then it will be also upgrading the 7 operating system to 8.1. Now the main thing is that suppose it is 10,000 machines instead of one machine what we are doing. You cannot even think about you cannot think about going there and touching each Win7. So it has to be ZTI, has to be zero touch installation. What we're going to do, we need to make sure our environment is perfect, and then we're going to create a task sequence. And task sequence just means that first task, second task, third task. Okay, first just copy all the settings, then second do this, third do this, then upgrade 7 to 8. So we are going to do it with ZTI in mind, like zero touch installation. We are not supposed to touch anything or do any input during the migration of or in place migration of this machine. So main thing about it, the user settings are kept intact while they are still in this operating system. They are not copied to a third server, a file server. That is done in replace migration, and that's the only difference. Well, the two difference between in place and replace migration is the Windows 7, the hardware is changed or the computer is changed in replace migration, and user settings are saved in another server. While in place migration means that your company does not want to get rid of your hardware. It was already a lot of it was a huge budget, and you have suppose 2,000 Windows 7 machines. You just don't want to throw it and buy new hardware for Windows 8 machines, while you know that this hardware is good for 8.1 as well. So you don't want to lose any user data, and you want to have Win7 replaced with 8.1 without touching anything on those 2,000 machines. So Friday night you start that, and by next day all night when you go by Saturday, they should all 2,000 machines or more should be all Windows 8.1. So today what we're gonna check are that okay, an exam. So today we're gonna check that did it migrate successfully to Windows 8.1. I hope there are no errors. And then were the user settings that we just created ourselves are they intact? Have they been deleted? Have their location been changed? So we're going to create 2 users in Active Directory, and then we're going to log in from Windows 7 by one user, create certain some files and folders. Then we're going to create log off and log in from another user. So locally their profiles will be saved as well. And then we're going to launch. Then we're going to log in from first user. make some changes, log off. Log in from second user, make some changes, log off. Then we're going to log in from administrator again. So we could initiate the task sequence that should automatically do these things: upgrade the OS and keep the user settings intact, and upgrade the OS from 7 to 8.1 and keep the user settings intact. So on 8.1, when it comes back, it should be joined to the domain and the user setting. So we're going to again log in from the same users, and then those users should be finding their file documents and files there. So some types of migrations say that, okay, we can only migrate user data, but we cannot migrate the settings like wallpaper, the network settings. Maybe you have 2 network cards, and some migrations, everything is. And so the machine settings as well as the user settings are both migrated. So we're expecting that an in-place migration already, if there are 2 network cards, it should detect that too. So it should migrate both user settings as well as machine settings. But if we want it to be ZTI or zero touch installation, we have to really make sure that every component of SCCM is in place and perfect and ready to do its part for the migration. So there's a long list of double checking. Most of the things you already have, and I also already have, but we're going to still double check all those things and make sure that every component is in its place. So if I go back, we will migrate user settings from 7 to 8.1 enterprise. So then there is that word called USMT. So user state migration tool. The main purpose of USMT, well, it's coming in the slide anyway. Then we go for simulate application. This is always, in every slide as the last one. Let's go ahead with migrations. What is USMT? Main thing, USMT, we can migrate user settings just by using USMT with any other application. So there are many third-party migration applications from Acronis, from Ghost, Semantic Ghost, and from many other third-party. They can also use USMT, but SCCM uses USMT to save all the user settings, customize settings, and then migrate those settings to the new operating system. So just like SCCM uses WSUS and WDS, MDT, and endpoint protection, they're all separate products, but they get integrated with SCCM, and then SCCM uses its dashboard to do all the
user setting. You mean profile of the user?
That user profile settings. So user profile always have a bunch of document folders created there, like
or user profile settings. Why you are guys making it complicated?
They're the same thing. I mean the same thing, but technically it is user profile settings. Yes, when you log in as a user, you have My Documents, you have favorites, and you have downloads. That's user settings.
You may have Outlook, may have Link, or so many other things configured.
There are like more than 10 folders that get created in a profile, user profile, when you first log in.
Manzak, we missed your paper. Where is the paper?
I just put it in a drawer, and drawer is logged, and I am a little bit like worried that it might burn out because there is no cooling inside. Yeah.
Wow.
So I can. Yeah, you can hear now.
Oh. Okay, something is being bulldozed, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the server is out. Yeah, you should have a small fan there inside, but okay. So let's go ahead with you use so USMT is basically used to save all the user settings, right? Otherwise, OS migration has nothing to do with USMT. Like Windows 7 only is upgrading to Windows 8. If you don't want to save any user data, then you don't need USMT for that. But USMT is always an integral part of every migration. USMT manages the migration of an end user's digital identity by capturing the user's operating system settings, application settings, and personal files from a source computer and reinstalling them on a destination computer after the upgrade has occurred. Okay, so we're going to be using USMT. The main issue, one of the main issues of SCCM 2012 R2 and XP were that Windows SCCM 2012 R2 uses the USMT 6.3 or USMT 5, sorry, and the XP is compatible with USMT 3.1. So we had to change that too as well, and also ADK, which is used for automatic, which is a automatic deployment kit, ADK. If you had remembered, ADK, we had to, this was a prerequisite of installing SCCM 2012. So ADK 8.1 we installed, and inside ADK is the USMT available. So ADK 8.1 was not compatible with XP, so we had to have ADK, older ADK, which is, has to be installed on a separate server. There were many issues. That was one of the major issues with XP. Anyway, so USMT with the latest version. This USMT is installed automatically when we install the prerequisite called ADK 8.1. And Windows 7 has no issues with this ADK. Windows XP has issues with this one because it's a requirement for installing R2, SCCM R2, right? So anyway, we have the latest ADK which offers this USMT to safeguard all the end user settings, and we're gonna see that Windows 7 installs smoothly, or do we have bumps? Okay, one common scenario when only the operating system and not the hardware is being upgraded is referred to as PC refresh. PC refresh is also called in-place migration, which means that so it is just upgraded, right? A second common scenario is known as PC replacement or replace migration, where one piece of hardware is being replaced, typically by newer hardware and a newer operating system. So we're trying to do first in place, and then we're going to do replace. The only difference would be that in replace we need two machines and also a shared folder where we can put the user files that we capture. There are much more steps there, but if we are able to do in place smoothly, replace should not be big issue. Okay. Again, I did send that slide before as well. So PC refresh, as this diagram shows, that PC refresh migration, also known as computer refresh, and administrator migrates the user state from a source computer to an intermediate store, and intermediate store is still so there will be hard linking. There's a concept called hard link, where the user's data is intact, and still that machine gets to not only migrate upgrade the operating systems from 7 to 8, but also keep the data intact of the user, and you will see that it also formats the machine, formats the partitions and everything. So after installing the operating system, the administrator migrates the user state back to the source computer, but this is just the overall picture of that. When we go step by step, you will see that the user data is still intact while we did not provide any space, any shared folder there. Replacement is just, you should have a destination computer, a separate computer, and a source target computer as a separate, so you're migrating Windows 7 with user settings to Windows 8, which is on a separate computer. Today we need just one, for now we need one computer, then in replace we will do the second one. This link, Windows Assessment and Deployment, or ADK, which I was just talking about, there was the prerequisite of installing ADK 8.1 for the SCCM 2012 R2 installation. This link, if you want to migrate from Windows XP to 7, then we use ADK 8. I kept this link here because it was not that easy to find this even on Microsoft website. I mean, I had to go through certain forums to look for this. I really wanted that. But yeah, I would have just written instead of 8.18. But this was recommended that yes, if you want to go for XP, you must have the older version of ADK. Anyway, what we have right now is 8.1, which is okay for Windows 7. Here are, and this will be also okay for Windows 10 as well. If we can migrate from Windows 7 to 8, we can try. So Windows 10 is released, right?
Yes.
And I think DreamSpark has Windows 10 already there, right? Yeah, I saw that. I think DreamSpark Humber.
There.
Yeah. So we can easily try. Okay. So you can have the key and Windows 10 there. And what we do today with Windows 8, instead we can do it with Windows 10 as well. I think they've released a task sequence for that too. There may be one or two issues, but I would really, this would be the best time to already be an expert of upgrading from 7 to 10, Windows 10, because in our environment also every client machine from the 80,000 machines, they're all Windows 7 now. So the next step, I guess, most of them Windows 7, and there are some requirements for 8, but otherwise everyone wants 7. But the next big jump would be from 7 to 10 then. So already if we have access to 10, what we're doing with 8.1, we should try with Windows 10 as well. Okay, so here are the components that you will need. System Center 2012 R2 configuration manager, we already have it. Operating system package, we're going to double check that. I think we all have it for Windows 8.1. I'm going to go to that place and check. So this process assumes you're using the default boot images Windows PXE environment 5. I'm going to double check that too. We're going to go to that. The Windows 8 and a computer separate from the site server. This was the requirement. This step was the requirement for XP. In our today lab, we do not need ADK for Windows 8. We are okay with ADK of Windows 8.1. So a state migration point, yes, this is required if we want when we want to do a replace migration. So this state migration point is a role on SCCM that's going to save all the user settings. It should have a good hard drive space if we have huge amount of machines. So it will save all the user settings at a third server, whichever server path you want to give, file server path, or in our case, in our case, it will be on the same SCCM server. So this role has to be installed for replace migration, not for in-place migration. Either a PXE service point or bootable media. So we're not going to go for USB sticks. We're going to go for the PXE service point just to check the compatibility of or the real features of SCCM. So I'm gonna go through the list, and we really need to make sure all the things are the components are in place. So of course, a System 2012 R2 configuration manager site we need. We already have it, of course. An operating system package for 8.1. If we do not have it, then these are the steps to do that. So I'm gonna go to that place now in SCCM, and let's everybody please let's double check one by one all the settings that we want to have. There's this document. Let me just check what. Okay, first thing is I'm going to go to the software library, then I'm going to go to the operating systems, and then in the operating system images, does everyone have Windows 8.1 Enterprise Evaluation? Yes. Okay, thank you. So yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that was like a loud whoa. Okay, yeah. I'm still okay. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Yeah. What happened?
What is
You
that?
don't have?
Operating system images.
Yeah, so it's a software library, operating system images, 8.1. Hey, who's following me? Anyway, need testers.
I have Windows 7 Home Basic.
Whoa, and you don't have the
I don't have operating system images. I don't have.
any. Okay, and the 8.1. So you have installed 8.1 both, right? As a client, right? Windows 8, 8.1. You have a client machine there, right?
But it's not joined.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not supposed to, or it doesn't matter. The main thing is you both have Windows 8.1 ISO file or not? Yes.
Image
You have 8.1 ISO file.
and
Okay.
then bootstrap. I think this one is bootstrap.
So I'm deleting this, and I'm just gonna quickly add that because we're upgrading from 7 to 8.1, right? So you must have ISO of 8.1. That's all we need. Yes, no, maybe. 8.1 we all had, right? ISO at least. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, good. So these are the steps here for 8.1 ISO. So operating system, now I do not have anything, or if I have Windows 7, yeah, that's not needed here. We need Windows 8.1. So what we need to do is, first step is, or the main thing we need here is install.vim placed on an accessible shared folder. So what we need is Windows 8.1 install.vim placed on an accessible shared folder, right? In order to achieve this, what we need to do? We need to first we need to mount the ISO of 8.1 to the SCCM server DVD. Let's do that first. So I'm right clicking the SCCM server and going to the settings. Just mounting the 8.1 ISO to the DVD of SCCM server. Okay, so I'm on DVD and browse. If I go browse and I'm looking for 8.1, there you go, there it is. So double click that. So ISO is mounted to the DVD of SCCM server. First task done. Now second thing is, so I hope everyone has done the first task. Now second task is this, that I'm going to open the Windows Explorer. I'll go to my E drive or C drive, whichever you have. I already have a folder called source or sources shared there, right? I'm going to go to the source folder. If you have a source folder there, it's okay. If you do not have it, then create one or create any folder just to share. So I have a source folder, and inside there is a deployment folder as well. Oh, and I have a Windows 8 extracted there, but I do not need Windows 8. I need Windows 8.1. So inside the source folder, which is already shared, or if you have a deployment folder that is already shared, that is also okay. I have a source folder, a deployment folder inside the source folder. I'm going inside the deployment and I'm creating a new folder called Win8.1 underscore extracted, because I need the inside files of Windows 8.1. So inside the deployment folder, I've created a new folder called Windows 8.1 extracted. Second thing is I'm going to go to the DVD now, which already has the 8.1 files. It is showing the 8.1 files now. I'm going to select Control A to select all the files, and right click Control C, or right click and copy, and then go for my newly created folder inside the source or inside the source and deployment, and then go to 8.1 and paste all the files in the newly created folder. Remember, these have to be Windows 8.1, or if you have Windows 8, it's okay. If you have Windows 8.1, it's okay. because we just need newer version. If you have Windows 10, that's also okay actually. Anyway.
What's the chat? What's the file that we're going to get in the 8.1?
Yeah, so we need all the files of 8.1 copied to a newly created folder which is shared. Right? Was that the question?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
so the main task here is 8.1, all the files in the DVD must be copied to a folder which is shared over the network in our SCCM network. So once this is done, okay, all my Windows 8.1 files from the ISO have been copied to a local newly created folder. Oh, there's a sound coming from someone.
Mine too.
Oh, okay, thank you guys. So 8.1, I think everyone has put there. So I'm just going to go to the next step now. So all the files have been copied to a newly created folder, which is inside a folder that is shared in our SCCM environment. I'll minimize this now because it is at the right place. So I'm back to SCCM console, and in the software library, I have expanded the folder called operating systems, and then go to operating system images. We're just adding the install.vim on a shared folder. So how do I do that? I'll right click this operating system images and add operating system image. There's only one option. And it says where is that .vim file, and it should be in this style, the UNC path. So server name and share folder name and path and file. So I'm going to click browse. In my case, it is on my SCCM server. So backslash SCCM -mem01 is my server name, SCCM server name. In your case, it could be server 2. And then backslash should show me all the shared folders. There's that source shared folder I wanted, and then there's that deployment folder inside the shared folder called source, and then there is 8.1 extracted. So inside the 8.1 folder, I'll go to the folder called sources, and inside the sources folder there is that file called install.vim. So this is the whole path that it will accept. So if I click open after double clicking the install.vim or double click, it should look like this. So the server name, SCCM server name, the shared folder called source, the subfolder called deployment, then the subfolder called Windows 8.1 extracted, then inside that is the sources folder, inside that is the install.vim file. Okay, once this path is given, we need to just click next and next. Nothing to change here, just next, finish, and close. So what we did is that we have added all the install.vim files. Install.vim files contain all the installable files, which actually installs the whole operating system. So 8.1 enterprise evaluation. It should look like this, but yeah, you can see that the circle below is gray and that circle should be green, which means that our distribution point must know that these are the set of files available to be deployed across the network. So in order to put this information on our distribution point, we need to right click it and click distribute content. So distribute content, right click, distribute content. And there now, 8.1 enterprise evaluation. Next, there's only one server that has a DB role, SCCM server, so of course that will only come. Okay, I select that, press OK, and then it's next finish. next, close. So after a little while, it's gonna go green. Now it's going to just turn yellow. If I click somewhere else and click back, yeah, yellow means it's in progress. It is updating all the information to DP or distribution point to be deployed across the network. And then I click somewhere else and then click back again, still in progress. So it takes a little time. So this would be, if I bring back my slide, one of those steps. I'm just going forward a bit to that page where what we are doing actually here. I'm going forward to the lab, the slide after lab, and then the prerequisites what we are following here. Make sure about the following settings. We have just added the Windows 8. So I'm going back to the slide called lab, and then going one step ahead, step by step. While you guys are doing that, so I'm just going through that. We have 1DC, SCCM, and Win7, 8, XP. For now, we must have Windows 7 installed, joined to the domain, and we must have Windows 8, 8.1 operating system image that we just did. We should have that. So let me just wait for all this.
Choose install.vim, right?
Yeah, choose where?
And the deployment when you add the operating system image.
Yeah.
In the wizard.
Yeah. So right click, and I just chose distribute content for that, and it's green now. Anyway. Oh yeah, you're there. Okay. Add operating system image, and then browse. I hope you have done all that. So yeah, 8.1 enterprise evaluation is there. It's green now. This means the DP knows that it's there. There are many other steps that we double check many of the other areas of our SCCM server. So one of the excuse me, main steps would be disable NIC that is providing internet on SCCM server. So when the client is trying to communicate with the server, the second NIC should not be, creating any kind of slowness for the traffic. So I'm just going to double check on SCCM server if my second network interface card is disabled. Yes, in my case, it is disabled. So second NIC, which is providing internet, is disabled. What's the third check? Have both boot images again done with update distribution. So we have boot images already available. We just need to right click both boot image x64 and boot image x86. We're going to right click those and click update distribution. So whatever, we're just making sure that DP knows that these boot images are still there and ready to be deployed and ready to be used for any kind of deployment. So first thing what we did was we added the 8.1 image. Second thing we did was disable NIC. Second NIC, not the first NIC. Second NIC, which is providing internet. Third thing is that we're going to go to the same area again where we just added 8.1.
If I don't have the second NIC, should I add it and disable it?
No. If you don't have it, you don't need it. If you have it, then disable it. Yep. Okay. So third is software library, and I'm just going to go to the boot images, which is just below that operating system images. Make sure your operating system image circle is showing green. Make sure that this is mucho importante, right? Okay. Third thing I'm doing is going to the boot images. They will both automatically already show green.
In my case, it shows blue.
Very funny. Okay. So yeah, there is only 3 colors in the circle SCCM uses, which is gray, yellow, and green. Oh, okay. So yeah, x64 green is there. This means DP already knows that, distribution point already knows that, but we're just double checking everything, right? So I'm just gonna x64. I'm gonna right click that and then update distribution points. So just update whatever changes were made, and if in case it doesn't, DP doesn't know that, so update distribution points, just and next, and let it go. So this takes a few, a minute or two. Then we're going to do the same to the x86, right click and just update distribution point. So it's going to again update all the files to the DP, so we could be sure that it is there. And while this is going on, no, I should.
It's ask, are you sure that you wanted to update the package on all distribution points? The action copies only the package contact first that have changed from the local server to the distribution points.
So this is when you were doing that, did you notice that the circle was gray?
It's green.
It is already green, right?
Yeah.
And so did you see this? Did you choose distribution content or update distribution point?
Update.
Okay, when you choose that, yeah, just go ahead and yes, it's okay.
So when I click OK, it doesn't give me the same, like it's not updating. That's it. It's okay. And
if it is showing green, although it is okay if it's already showing green.
It's blue. I told you. I mean green.
Oh God. Okay. No, but once you have added the 8.1, you just added the 8.1 now, the operating system image, then you must update this distribution point at least once after that. Excuse me. So it's strange that it's not doing that, but update distribution point does not ask anything actually. It just goes next, and that's it. So we have done a major change here. That's why the boot images have to be really updated after that, which is adding the 8.1. So this is the second boot image that's changing. And then so the slide points would be disable NIC. Yeah, it's either the NIC is not, second NIC is not there, or is disabled if it is there. So then we've done have boot images with update distribution. Third thing is make sure PIGZ is configured on DP. Okay, let's go back and check if this current task is done.
Are guys following with us, or only me and you?
I think Gregory and Manzar are also following, and Roland is also following.
Are they with us, or only me and you? I don't see anybody like react.
I am following all you guys. Don't worry.
I am following Manzar.
I'm following Gregory.
Okay. And Sagun, you're following somebody, right?
I'm just following the video because I'm back. I'm really at the back, so I'm doing slowly, and I'm just following the video for you guys.
Welcome back, Shahzad.
All right. Okay. No problemo. Thank you for paying attention, everyone, and making sure as well. So close this, and now we're going to make sure that our distribution point is PIGZ enabled. For that, we will go to administration, and then we're going to go to, we're already at the sites here. So we're going to just go down to the servers and site system roles, administration, expand the site configuration folder, and then go for servers and site system roles. And there you see on your right side, distribution point. right click the distribution point, properties, and go to the second tab called PXE. We've gone through this before as well for all other deployments. So PXE is there, and we can, in my case, it's not enabled. If it is enabled in your case, just leave it enabled. So in my case, it's not. So I'm just gonna click that, press yes to all those messages. Yeah. If there's unknown computer, they're gonna join, which is okay. So I'm just gonna give the password here. So if all three options are selected, we're okay. Click apply, click OK. So we have made sure that PXE, our distribution point is PXE enabled. So from PXE boot, the computers could connect if we wanted. Second thing, while we are here, I'm going to click the sites now on the left side. Sites on the left side, and it loads, and then I'm going to go to configure site components. Either this, or if we right click the site here, then this is the configure site component as well coming here. So when we go for configure site components in the sites, we can go for software distribution here, software distribution in the configure site components, and then we go for and check network access account. In my case, I have it already. If you don't have it, then you should add your domain administrator account here, right? So once this is done, specify the account that accesses network locations. So if this is already there, then leave it as is and press OK. But there should be an account. There must be an account here. If it's not there, please add it. So two things we checked here in the site, servers and site system roles and sites. Okay, and then now on the slide, make sure that USMT package is published to distribution point. When we have installed the prerequisite called ADK, then the USMT also gets installed. It's part of ADK. So the USMT will be used now in the migration. So we need to make sure that the USMT is known by a distribution point. So DP or distribution point, just like we upgraded operating system image to distribution point, just like we upgraded boot images to distribution point, we need to make sure that USMT package is also distributed to the distribution point. So how to check that? Let's go to software library and then go to application management and then go to packages. There are only two packages. One is configuration manager client package. This is the SCCM client. This package is already created automatically when the SCCM 2012 R2 is installed. The second is USMT, and I think everyone has it gray, just like me, because we never used it before. So today we are going to use that. And user state migration tool has all those files that are required to save user site setting. So I'm just going to right click this user state migration tool and then distribute content. So I'm just going to click distribute content, so it should be distributed to our distribution point or DP as well. So user state migration tool inside the packages, just click distribution point, and this is it. The same wizard starts again for distribution point. I click next, distribution point again, select the server name, press OK, then it's next, close, next. Okay, now we'll give it time to really properly get updated to DP. So if I click anywhere else and then click back, it should be yellow. Yep, it is. And it's going to take a little time. So if I click somewhere else and click back here, okay, it's green already, cool. So user state migration tool for Windows 8.1 must be green as well. So DP should know that. Okay. So our checklist is nearly finished now. Let's check what else need to be checked. Yeah. Oh, okay. So all these things on the slide we have checked already, double checked, and make sure that a USMT package is published to DP. Yes, done. Okay. So make sure, next slide is make sure Windows XP 7 and 8 client machine is showing yes in the devices. For now, where are the SSD guy? Yeah. So there's a chat message coming. SSD guys. So right now, all guys are so concentrating on the lab. So maybe comments are not coming. So Windows 7 right now should be showing yes. So I'm just gonna go back and check if my
side. What should we have? Could you say that? Show you what you got
on the packages.
It's supposed to be to say. So you got only the green color. That's it.
Yeah, we must have for this.
You got some kind of version, and it's still program 0, and it's blue. So that's okay.
It's not blue. Okay, today's word is blue. All right. So yeah, it should be green.
How we got this USMT tool here?
Yeah. So in R2, it is automatically installed in R2. In non-R2, we have to add it as a package manually.
So it's available in software library plus?
It's automatically there. Yeah. So they do understand that. Yes, we have to do migration. So USMT is there already, and it's part of the ADK when we install the prerequisite. So, okay, let us, so I was going to make sure that my both Windows 7s are showing yes. Okay, I have many other machines, but I have admin Win7, one machine by the name of this, and the second machine is Win7 client 01. So guys, my second machine is on my VMware ESXi. I was impressed by Hamdan and Manzar to be maintaining their own ESXi servers. So I installed an ESXi server inside my VMware workstation. Okay, that's, they have dedicated machines for that.
Come on, man.
And then I accessed that server from my DC by this tool called, of course,
actually, it's Hamdan's version. Manzar has another version. This is mine. Welcome to the hell, man.
Oh, so you also have it inside the VMware workstation? Or you have a separate server for that?
No, it's inside.
Okay, nice, and it's perfect. It's working fine. I already have 4 VMs that have been created inside my VMware ESXi. So the vSphere client is on DC, and from there I just access the second Win7 machine, and the second Win7 machine is also okay. Oh yeah. The second Win7 machine is kind of because the first Win7 machine I did not take a snapshot and I upgraded to Windows 8, and then I wanted it back and there was no snapshot. So second machine I had to do that. Now I'm installing the VMware tools. Whenever installed, at least I have one machine that is ready to be tested. Oh, that's SCCM Windows 7. It's shut down. So I'm just going to start that, and okay, so I'm just going to delete my both Windows 7 machines because I want to make sure that they are really communicating with my server. So they should be automatically detected now. So okay, so I'm just gonna quickly log in from my domain account, and that's it. So it should be detected, discovered by SCCM. Oh, seriously. Oh, SLMGR has not been run. So let me just quickly remove this expiry message by running the SLMGR. It is totally legal to do that. CMD, public, close. So I'm just gonna quickly go for CMD, enter, then I'm going to open my run as administrator for CMD and pin this to the taskbar. What I'm doing is for my Windows 7 machine, it's showing the license expired, so I'm just expanding it for a few more days. SLMGR/rearm. I hope it's successful. All right, successful. So I get 10 more days to use that. Yay. Oh, but I need to restart it now. So shutdown/r/t0. Okay. Oops. Shut down. Okay. Wrong starting. Oh, and down. All right. Go ahead. So it's gonna restart, and my second machine is. Oh shoot! Seriously. Once this is done, then it's going to be ready as well. VMware tools. While this is being done, I'm going to check other prerequisites here. So let's go to the slide. And oh, okay, my other Windows 7 is back, so I can just start on this one right away, and the other can follow me because both are going to be in the collection, which are going to receive the migration task sequence. So even if one is behind than that, the other one, it's okay. So I'm just gonna keep checking the second machine as well from time to time, and then click whatever is required there. So what we are doing is making sure. So we're making sure that our Windows 7 machines are showing yes. In my case, I had to delete them so they could be added again because if they're joined to the domain, automatically the client will be deployed to that and all the communication will be done in the background. While that is being done, so the checklist is for Windows 7 client machine to be showing yes. Then yes, double check or add 8.10. It's now repeating, but we did. This was the first thing we did. We added the Windows 8.1 install.wim to operating system. And we deployed it to the, distributed it to the DP. We didn't deploy it till now, and we're not gonna. It's gonna be upgraded. So in my case, Windows 7 needs to be communicating with my SCCM, which is going on right now. Okay, one more thing, guys. In your Windows 7, check. Let me just add that here live. Check your firewall settings. This is so important. Whenever we restart, I found many times that sometimes they are on for no reason, but that really wastes our time. That machines are not communicating, and when we check that, oh, it's a firewall, then it's just it would have been avoidable. Okay, SCCM. So I'm just gonna go for okay. That's okay. This machine is there. I'm just gonna check if it is joined to the domain or did it actually logged in from. Okay, yep, it's joined to the domain, and its name is. So I'm just gonna go for command prompt and go for host name. Win7 client 01. I'm also going to check the control panel, system and security, and Windows firewall. Okay, everything is down. Minimize that because I always check that again. So I keep the firewall window always open, just double, triple check. Windows 7 client 01. Okay. So yeah, now there's some server-side tasks that need to be done. So I'm just going to start now. Okay, there's that other machine that needs to be, so I'm just deploying VMware tools to my Windows other 7 machine, install. Okay, when they're done, I'm just gonna restart and join the domain while the second one is waiting to be joined. If I nslookup on my second machine, oh, that's why. It's going for internet connection. Guys, if you have your 2 network cards in any of your Windows 7 machines. Whichever network card is connecting you to the internet, please disable that on Windows 7 as well, because that's going to create a big disturbance. In my case, there was that second NIC on my Windows 7 machine enabled, so I disabled it now, and I'm just checking NSLOOKUP again on my Windows 7 machine. Now it's okay. Good. And config. Well, it's okay anyway. So, and the IP config, at least tell me what's the IP it got. In my case, it's the 100.70. So I am communicating with my domain. And okay. Now it's and I'm just making sure the firewall on my local server hasn't started for some reason. Okay, we're good. And the last one. Oh wow. If VMware tools are not there, the machine mouse movement is so slow on ESXi. Okay. So while I'm maintaining my Windows 7 machines, let's go to the slide, and I've added the check firewall settings. They should be off. Let's go next and next. So we need to have a user environment. So 3 objects we're going to create in our Active Directory user and computers. First is we are going to create a new OU called lab. We're going to create a new organizational unit, and that's going to be called lab, L-A-B. Second thing is we're going to create 2 users called test user 01 and test user 02. And then we're going to log in to our Windows 7 machines. First from test user 01, create some random folders in my documents, files and folders in my documents, and some files and documents on the desktop, and change your wallpaper as well. Then we're going to log off from test user 01, log in from test user 02, and do the same things, randomly creating some files and folders on that my documents and on that desktop. And then we're going to log off from user 2 as well. So I'm going to go with the first step. Let's create one OU called lab. This will be used when we are creating a task sequence. We're going to be adding this. We're going to be telling the upgradation process that join the new Windows 8 to the domain and put that computer name in the lab OU. So this lab OU we're going to create to be put in the task sequence. Anyway, I'm just going for the first and second steps, test user 01, 02, and the OU to be created. So I'm just going to go directly to domain controller. Okay, my machine on the ESXi server is also ready. Okay, and it should get an IP, yeah, SCCM domain. So it already got an IP from. Disable the second one, and got an IP of 100.82. Okay, I'm still connected, and I'm just gonna quickly check the firewall, system and security, Windows firewall, and yes, they are on. So off, okay, and then go for properties, change settings, back SCCM domain, enter SCCM domain /administrator, enter. Okay, so I'm just going for ADUC on the domain controller, and going for dashboard, tools, Active Directories and computers. I'm going to create one OU called lab. So one OU coming, right click the domain, click new, and click an organizational unit, and just put the name lab. That's it, and press OK. Oh, I already have it. Okay. well, in my case, I already have it because I tested it before. So you can go ahead and press OK, and lab should be there, right? And then I'm gonna create two test user 01, 02. Guys, I already have those users. So please create two users called test user 01 and test user 02, right? Just like you would create any user. So create those test user 01, 02. Okay, I've joined to the domain, turn off my firewall, and it's finally restarting. Please, lab OU should be done, and two test users should be already.
The users within the lab OU?
Well, it's not necessary anywhere. Even within the lab, it doesn't matter. Anywhere. So it should be just domain users. So okay, I'm on my Windows 7 machine now, and we are supposed to do some customization, or we are supposed to do some user work. So I'm just gonna randomly create some files and folders there, and then we're going to. So before that, I'm just double checking if my device is caught. Yeah, okay. VM017 machine is detected, which is inside the ESXi, and it's reloading while my test machine has not communicated. So I'm just going to restart that. SCCM, I think its name. So there's 107 machine, and the second is okay. So I'm just gonna log in from test user 01. So I'm just going for the first Windows 7 machine, and all control delete, switch user, other user, and test user 01. Oops, and yeah, the password, enter, it's going in. What I'm going to do is just go to my documents of the user. Sorry guys, unfortunately I have to leave you now, make a good video without any errors. Yes sir, hope see you on Thursday. Okay, that's Gregory. Okay, so we're going to be so I'm just going I have just logged in from test user 01, and I'm gonna go to the Windows Explorer and go to my documents, or just the documents, and create random files and folders. Folder 1, folder test 1, for another folder test 2, and one random another file. Okay, rich text document test 3, and then on the desktop area, also anywhere here, just create folder desktop 1, and another file.
Desktop image or something like that.
Desktop, name anything, whatever you want. Yeah. Desktop 2.
Start naming the things. So.
Yep. Here, just create anything random, and yeah, the screen for that. So I'm just going to check if I can make a change of the wallpapers. Display, change display text, add resolution, do type. Oops, not there.
The settings. Need your personalization.
Oh, sorry.
Go back, personalization.
Yeah, personalization. Okay, right click. Okay, just let's go for anything. Let's see if it really does that. And okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
That's done. Yeah. Okay. I don't have to save anywhere. Yeah, nothing. So I've changed the desktop here for this user, and it's a wow, cool lighthouse. Anyway, so this is set user 01, right? So all its settings have been saved here in the other area in the local settings as well. Local profile.
What about shared drive? One map one network drive from another computer or server.
Okay, that's great. So I'll just go for right click, map network drive. So I'm just gonna go for computer, right click, map network drive, and we already have shared drives on SCCM server, right? So map network drive backslash SCCM -mem01 backslash should show me something or not. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for source, which I know that it's already there, and finish. So I have a shared network drive here for whatever shared folders I had on SCCM server. I have mapped OneDrive. So if that's enough settings, at least this will be a proof that, oh, those settings are there, yay. So I'm just going to log off from test user 01 and then log in. There should be a hotkey for control delete or some button here. Anyway, so in an ESXi. So test user 02. So changes made to 1.
Alt Control Insert.
Oh, okay, it works here as well. Cool. I never tried that. Thank you. All right. So this is, I should be creating some. We should be creating some files and folders with the test user names. Okay, so on the desktop.
Specify this one. Specify this one. It's text user 2, and the first one would be clear.
Yeah, test user 1. When we logged in, we saved all the settings. So those all we create some files and folders. Those all settings will be saved in the profile of test user 01, which has been locally saved here on this system. And then we log off from test user 1. Now test user 2, when we log in, that user has its own profile. So we're just making changes on the test user 2 profile as well. We would just want to make sure that these
go to the users folder in Drive and show the profile of both users.
So there are
computers.
Oh yeah, users folder. This one. So there will be test user 1, test user 2, which will be locally saved here, cached here on this computer. So these are some of the customized settings which are not automatically created. We are just pretending that 2 users have been using these computers, and they've been logging in the daytime and night shift the other user. So that's why we are.
All settings for a user are saved in these folders. Like for test user 1, everything should be in test user 1 folder.
Yeah. Oh shoot, seriously. It's not responding to anything.
Is that again, Manzar? What you are talking about? I missed that, please.
I was saying that everything related to a user, all settings, your desktop settings, your wallpaper, your history, your favorites, your Outlook data, your PST, OST, contacts, everything is saved in this folder, which is your profile. If you delete this folder, everything will be removed for that user.
So I'm creating some more files and folders for the test user 2 as well. Rich text document, test user 02 doc 1, and folder. So just random files and folders on desktop and on the my document, and then again the wallpaper change. So we could I need the one. Yep, that would be good. Save changes. So test user 2 has a different background, and test user 1 has a different wallpaper. And yes, let's just create one map network drive for this user as well. And then so backslash SCCM dash mem01. I think I have a deployment also share. Oh, I don't. I guess no, I don't. So okay, source and then something inside the source. Okay. Something happened to. Yeah, everything is okay. So I'm logged in from both the 7 machines, and just gonna check if by now they have been deployed with. Okay, both my. Oh, only one Win7 is still joined. Sorry guys. Looks like I need to really shake it up. The second machine is not registering. So I'm just quickly trying to join it to the work group, and now in one restart, SCCM domain dot local enter, and then again join to the domain trader. All right, that was quick. Okay, cool. When it joins again to the domain, it at once registers to the SCCM. That's why I was doing that. So on one of the Windows 7 machines, I have created some. You should be at least joining, logging in from one user with both Windows 7 machines, and try to customize them with the user settings and wallpaper. So okay, these 2 are done. So I have at least my one Windows 7 ready. Second should, so I'm just going to log in from the second machine as well with test user 01, just to make sure that any one of the machine or both machines are successful in migration. Then both machines should be showing something customized from the user settings. So, oh, seriously, it's taking time to log in. Oh, it's still not done. Okay. Anyway, the first machine, one of the Windows 7 machines, the user settings are done. So I'm just logging off from test user 02 as well. And then just to make sure in our lab environment that we have our task sequence running fine, and we're not giving any privileges to the test users. I'm just gonna log in again from my domain administrator, SCCM administrator in the Windows 7 machines. So I've logged in from those unprivileged users, domain users, and logging in from my privileged administrators, so I could control what's going on. Whatever I push from the server is really being received by the client machine as well. So I'm logged in from second Windows 7 machine with test user 01. I'm going to quickly create random folders. Now I'm even more restless here. So right clicking and creating 3 new folders. New folder 1, 2, 3, and in fact 4. And then again going for the second virtual machine, Windows 7 machine, and creating new folder, company, and new rich text document, company doc, whatever. Okay, and screen resolution. Oh, why do I always go display? And it does not go for personalization. There you go. And then Yeah, so got it. Okay, this has been personalized as well. So both Windows 7 machines are okay. Log off from second machine as well with some new random folders and files created. And now I'm gonna just log in, switch user, and go ahead with so in both Windows 7 machines, now I'm logging in from my domain administrator, SCCM domain / administrator. Okay, so I'm just sending one Word document as well, which need some portion of that will be used when I refer to that. So in place my some status. So I'm going to refer to that when it is being used in the video. So that document is, because now I'm going to create a task sequence in place. So I am just going to send you that. So for later, you can use this document if you're stuck somewhere. Okay, so and so just whenever you check your email, this is, I just sent an in place Word document to the group. That will be mucho importante. Okay, so I have done. We have done all the settings, the customizations for regarding the domain users, test user 01, test user 02 in both Windows 7 machines, and we expect them to be migrated to Windows 8.1. Local profiles should be added there. When the user logs in from there, those settings should be saved there. So now we're going to just do the final step of creating the task sequence, which is going to direct the Windows 7 to be upgraded to Windows 8.1. Okay, good. So I have both Windows machines, Windows 7 machines. One is already showing yes. The other one will be communicating soon. So let us now try to start the final process. So I'm just going to go ahead with the slide. We have done this, creating a user environment. We created one OU called lab, and we created 2 users and did the customization of both machines. Let's quickly add one application as well. Application adding is very easy. So I'm just going to add, that smaller application called, we all have the MSI applications, right? So we're going to go for Foxit Reader. I have given Google Chrome and Foxit Reader. Foxit Reader is very small, and at once it deploys and we get to know, oh, okay, their applications are working. Google Chrome takes a little time, right? So Foxit Reader, if you have that MSI, copy to the SCCM folder. It has to be on a shared folder, so I'm just going to go back to the source, which is shared folder, and create a new folder inside the source called apps. Just like we created a new folder called 8.1 deployment, we're going to create a folder called apps, and there I'm putting this Foxit Reader MSI file. You could put it in any shared folder, right? But if you put it there with a newly created folder called apps, that's better organized. I'm just going to go to software library, go to the applications, where we always deploy the applications from, the created application. So this application should be installed during the migration, right? Although migration involves that whatever is installed should be upgraded, but we're just going to add this application as extra thing to be migrated. Okay, I right click the applications, create application. There you go. It's asking for where's the shared folder where the MSI application is placed. So browse, and source is of my shared folder, and there you go. There's the apps newly created folder. Inside the apps is Foxit Reader MSI. Double click that. Now this whole path is there. Next, it's later is just next, close. But we need to distribute it as well to the distribution point. You know what? Actually, we can deploy it as well. Or we can just leave it distributed. Yeah. Now let's see it during the deployment. Does it deploy? Because it did deploy before. That was easy. So these are different components that's going to play, you know, one by one during the task sequence. So I'm just adding one small application, MSI. Application creation takes some time. Okay, so once the application is created, if I click that application and go way down in the scroll bar, the circle is gray, which means DP doesn't know about it. So I'm just gonna put distribute content, right click the application and distribute content. Just like, you know, distributing any other content, distribution point has to be mentioned. Next, close. So the application, this is a small one, so it should be, you know, already green. It is in the progress now. Always make sure whatever you're distributing. Okay, so make sure that it's green. Okay, it's green. So one application is distributed, and in general information tab, select the allow this application to be installed from this. Yeah, that we can do it later, or we don't need it. Your two Windows 7 are showing in devices with client settings as yes, and create a new collection. So the next step would be to create a new collection. Guys, let's have 10-minute break, right? How about a 10-minute break?
Yay. I don't think so. I think we should continue it because we have 1 hour. You think that we can finish it in 1 hour?
Yeah, we can finish it 1 hour.
Okay, then break is fine. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's long. So, if anyone wants, because everyone else is quiet, so okay, let's continue then. Create a new collection named Win7. So guys, till now what we did, well, the recent thing is that we added an application. We distributed it to the DP, and now what? I'm gonna go back and make sure that my Windows 7 both machines are showing yes, but we need to make a new collection as well for Windows 7 only machines, right? Because we're gonna deploy the task sequence to the Windows 7 machines only. So how to make a collection and add only the two Windows 7 machines? So I'm gonna do that now. I'm going to create a new collection. Then I'm going to add just the two Windows 7 machines there. How do we do that? Let's go to SCCM server. Okay. So let's go to assets and compliance, device collections. So assets and compliance, and then device collection, right? And then create a device collection. If you already have a collection with two Windows 7 machines only, then you can just watch it, otherwise follow it. So device collection, right click, create a device collection. It's going to ask for a name, so Win7. I'm just putting Win7. It contains all the 7 machines. Limiting collection, browse and go for all systems. Within the all systems, I'm going to choose the machines. So that's why I'm choosing the all systems before creating the collection. So next, add rule. So direct rule. I'm just choosing the add rule and then direct rule. Direct rule next. If the value is there, put %sign. Don't change anything else. Just put the %sign in the value. Okay, if that is done, next, see all the machines are showing there. In my case, I'm just going to choose the 2 Win7 machines. And next, close. Now only 2 Win7 machines are should be showing in this collection. Next.
Which rule you use?
Direct rule. So when you click direct rule.
Okay, I do know the next. Just a rule I understand.
Okay. So Win7, guys, when the Win7 is created, whenever the collection is created, always make sure that member count should not be showing 0. So right click that collection and always update membership, just to make sure that if I added 2, it better show 2. When I press yes, now it has changed member count to 2. This means this collection is ready to take any task sequence, or the task sequence will be at once implemented. Okay, I'm going back to the slide. We have created a new collection and we have added the 2 clients. Now is the time for the final step, which is creating the task sequence that is going to deploy, that is going to migrate everything from 7 to 8, upgrade the OS and migrate the user settings. No fingers crossed, please. Okay, so how to create a task sequence? We always know we need to go to software library and we need to go to the task sequences here. So I just sent you the document for some of the steps. So though that one document only. So that one document can be accessed. You could just open that document in front of you as well. But mainly it is containing those main steps that's going to make sure that user settings are migrated. So let's create the task sequence. Right click the task sequence here inside the software library, task sequence, and create task sequence. So right click the task sequence and create the task sequence. The first option is install an existing image package. We're going to keep this option and click next. And we're going to name this task sequence as Win7 to Win8. And the boot image that we're going to use is click browse and go for x64. So Win7 to Win8 is the task sequence name, and the boot image is the x64 boot image. Next, so image package. So let's browse. There's only one image package called Windows 8.1 Enterprise, which we just added today. And then we go way down. We keep all the other. Okay, guys. For this, configure task sequence for use with BitLocker. Okay, we're gonna later touch this. I was gonna say something, but let me show that instead of saying it. So till now we have selected image package. Then we go way down, enable the account, and specify the local administrator. So this, that password for the local administrator we are giving. So nothing here much, just added the 8.1 and given the password, right? So next, here we're going to be joining this machine to the domain. So click the join a domain and click browse. Browse, the domain name should come like this. Okay, double click that. In browse, in domain OU, remember we created the lab OU, just give the path for that. So in domain OU, I'm going to click browse there's that lab OU. I'm gonna click lab and press OK. In my case, since I tested that before, so I'm going to double check what's created in my lab OU quickly and remove if it's the same name that I have, because it might give me an error that, hey, this machine is already there. Okay, nothing there. Cool. So, okay, lab OU is the thing. Okay, again, the account name for the administrator, domain administrator, click set there, click browse. I'm just going to add the domain administrator, admin, check name, press OK. Put the password there. This is very important that you verify that the password is OK. Verify. Already the path for the OU is there, so click test connection. Yes, successfully verified. Good. Password is OK for the administrator. Sometimes we can do a mistake of putting the wrong password. Okay, click next. So next is the configuration manager client package. This is the SCCM client package. Next. Now here is that user setting option. If we just click browse here for the user configure state migration, the second one is the one which we should be having, and it was already selected actually, but we just still went for the browse, and this is what. So when we choose this, remember that we went before and we made sure that the DP knows this. So the circle was gray and then we turned it to green, updated to the DP. So if we hadn't done that separately manually, this is already selected, right? So in the task sequence during the migration, it would have given us a problem. So the separate checklist should have that, hey, make sure that USMT is also distributed to the distribution point. Okay, so second thing here is save user settings and files on a state migration point. This is for when you're changing the hardware as well, when you're changing the machines as well. It's not on the same machine. So the current migration is this second step: save user settings and files locally. This is the in-place migration. If we keep the first step selected, it would be replace migration. And this second step is the in-place or local machine migration. OS changes, but machine does not change. Okay. This action will capture the configuration of the network. Yes. Let's see what gets captured and what gets saved or migrated to the 8.1. Capture Microsoft Windows settings and network settings. Yes. Let's keep everything intact other than the second option was chosen. So second option chosen, click next. Software updates, if our WSUS and software updates were regular, we would have chosen this. Every machine needs that, definitely. But we're going to just click next here. Do not install any software updates. Keep it like that. Do not install. Next. But here, select the applications to be run with this operating system image. So if we click there in the install applications, if we click there, there's that FoxScript reader that we distributed to the distribution point. So the application is showing there. So we're saying, hey, yeah, Windows 8.1, we would need FoxScript reader as well. So during the migration, please install that too. Once that is done, next, and that's it. Next. Well, that's not fully it. There's some more customizations we need to do in the task sequence, but we have selected the application as well, and the task sequence is done here. I hope you got it all. Now I will refer to that document, Word document that I sent. I'm just going to show it in front of you now. This is the Word document I sent, and in the task sequence, once the task sequence is created, we can right click the 8.1 and click edit. Then we have to add some extra steps. We have to add some extra options. We have to put some words which should not have any spell mistakes at all. Otherwise, this would not work. So that Word document that I sent you has it all, or you can just carefully follow me. So I'm just gonna put it on my second screen so I don't miss any small stuff as well. I'm gonna put the Word view to 200, zoom level to 200, so I should not miss anything on second screen. Okay, so a task sequence has been created, but it has not been deployed yet, right? If it does not deploy to the collection, then of course the migration doesn't start. But before deployment, we have to make sure that the user settings will be intact, will be saved, and then they will be, so we call it backup, backed up and restore. So the user settings are backed up properly and then restored properly to the target machine. So I'm going to right click the task sequence, and I'm going to click edit to the task sequence. So right click the task sequence and click edit. Okay, once the edit is there, now this is the task sequence. All the tasks are in sequence. So hence task sequence. Right, but we're going to add 2 more tasks here. First, see that there is capture user files, and then there is restore user files at the end on the top. So what I was saying as backup, that is actually capture. First capture all user settings and then restore all user settings. So I'm just going to create now. Click add on the top left. See that the sign called click add, and then go for general. When you go for general here, you have this set task sequence variable. So this will tell some extra things to USMT. Hey, please capture all the settings and please restore it when 8.1 is deployed. So set task sequence variable, which is in general, which is in add. So I'm just going to go to the set task sequence variable, click there. It's added, but it's crossed. So we're going to go to the right side and change the wordings now. Now that's all I have put in the document as well. I'm putting that document in front of me now, and number 3 step there says that put the name as set is there, leave the set there, then put USMT additional capture option. So set USMT additional capture options. And now we need to be very careful about this task sequence variable. It's going to be one word, OSD additional capture option. So, and I'm going to write it with.
Could you show that, please? Where did you choose the?
What the word?
In add.
Oh, add, general, and set task sequence variable.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So when it is there, we're going to be putting the name as set USMT additional capture options. But in the task sequence variable, we have to be very careful. Even the capital and small letters should be taken into account for. Be careful about that. So capital letters OSD-A. So OSD additional capture options. OSD, then A capital, and additional capture, C capital, capture option, O capital. OSD additional capture options, spellings are correct. Okay, in the value we type /no compress space /hard link, /no compress space /hard link. Okay, it should be looking exactly like that, right? No spell mistakes. So OSD additional capture options with proper spellings and caps. No compress /hard link, /no compress /hard link. Then I'm gonna click add again and do the same thing. Go to add, go to general, go to set task sequence variable. Go to add, general, and set task sequence variable. Again, it comes. This time, I'm just gonna scroll down to that Word document and it has the second wordings, which is set is okay. Now the wordings are USMT additional capture options. USMT additional capture options. Again, we have to be careful about the wordings and case sensitivity here. So OSD capital letters, then A capital but no spaces. Additional. This time it's capture. Oh, sorry, it should be restore option. I did not scroll enough down. Second one is additional restore option. Sorry, second one is not capture. Restore options. So on the top, I'm changing the name, and below in the task sequence variable also OSD additional restore option. Capture we already mentioned. Restore R capital, O options capital, O capital and options. So OSD additional restore options. Instead of capture from the previous one, and there's only restore that has been changed. The rest is same. / no compress space / no hard link. So that's the same thing we did. The first one is capture, second one is restore. So as I was saying that, look at that task sequence. Once we are completed or done with the both, we need to transfer the capture option task under the capture user files and settings, and we have to drag and drop restore options task way down here, restore user files and settings under this. So I'm going to put the set USMT capture. I'm gonna keep it pressed and drag it under the capture user files and settings. So it is looking like this. Oh, it does not expand further. Oh, okay, it expands. So set. So I have dragged this one, but make sure this is the first one under the new folder. This task is the first one. Make sure. So this is the third one in our case. In my case, I'm going to try to drag it on the top, and there you go. It is on the top now. It should not be the third one. It should be the first one. So first we drag under the folder, then we make sure it is on the top of it. Second thing, of course, I'm going to drag the restore one under the restore folder. So I'm just going to drag it way down to the restore folder here, and then I'm going to make sure it is the first one among the tasks mentioned in that folder. So the capture task on top in that folder, restore task on top under that folder. Okay, if that is done, under the capture folder there is disable BitLocker task, right? Click that, go to the options and click disable this step. So what we are telling the task sequence, hey, do this, do this, do this. When you reach the disable BitLocker, just ignore it. There is no such task as to, oh, if it is enabled, disable it. Just ignore this task altogether, right? So what did I do? Click that, went to the right side, went to the options and click disable the step. Same thing here. When the operating system is again being deployed, there is enable BitLocker here, right? Click that, ignore this step as well. Go to options, disable this step. We don't want any BitLocker for now, right? So disable BitLocker step will be ignored and enable BitLocker step will be ignored as well. Okay, if this is done, we are ready to deploy. So everyone has done it. It has to be exactly like that. The addition capture option on top under this folder and restore option on top under this folder. If that is done, click apply. There is an apply here and click OK. Our task sequence customization is also done. Okay, now we need to deploy it to Windows 7 machines. So right click, Win7, right click the task sequence and let's just deploy it. So I'm right clicking the task sequence and click deploy. Now which collection do you want to deploy to? We go for Win7, which has 2 member count. Make sure it is 2 and not 0. Press OK. Next. Okay, we want it to be a required one, not available. And the below option would be media and PXE. So required and media and PXE, right? Next. New. And then if you have the new option here showing, then go for assign immediately after this event as soon as possible. So new, and then it should show as soon as possible. Next. On this, we can just check these two: software installation and system restart. Yeah, if required, go ahead. Allow users to run the program independently of assignments if there is any assignment but we haven't given. So we can just check the middle 2 options, which is okay. Next. Nothing on the specify configuration manager. Next.
Back, please.
Back. 3 backs. Okay.
No,
where?
more, please. One more, please.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Required and PXE. And then click new. And then click.
Only PXE or manager client? Okay.
Yeah, manage clients, media and PXE. So media and PXE, and then next. Then it is just new. Select the second one, assign immediately after this event, and click OK for as soon as possible. So new, as soon as possible. Nothing else. Next. The middle 2 options for software installation, system restart, software installation and system restart. Then next. Nothing here for threshold. Next. Download content locally when needed by running task sequence. This one. Nothing else here. So everything by default. Next. That's it. Next. And close. So it has been deployed to the collection Win7, and this is the time to quickly show. It's not going to be quick, but it's
specify how to run the context for this program.
For this program, how to run the content? Oh, how do you want to execute this program on the Windows 7?
No, I'm still in the process, man. Next.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, on the content, yeah, next. Nothing else.
Thank you for learning us. Next.
Okay, so on Windows 7, we want to know if the task sequence has been applied. Guys, do not follow this. No, not this. I just really wanted to show, it's going to take more steps. Next class I will show you that, remotely enabling the task sequence or remotely enabling the machines to, start the task sequence. So on the Windows 7 machine, I'm going to go to the control panel. I'm going to go to the system and security and go to the configuration manager. Let me check if both machines are showing yes. Are you kidding me? Oh, one of my Windows 7 machines is not showing yes. Oh, that's the ESXi machine. Okay, anyway, one of the machines is showing yes, and I'm in that machine. So, okay, I'm just going to. So once you're inside the Windows 7 machine, you know what to do. First of all, check if firewall is not on. It's not on. Okay. Second thing is go for configuration manager and click actions tab. And that there's that one policy called machine policy retrieval and evaluation cycle. So we're gonna just run now this one. Click run now. So machine policy drill, there you go. New software is available. Oh, okay, that's the migration tasks has started. as soon as I put the machine policy retrieval. Okay. So has it started for others as well? Now we can have the mic turn on as well. No problem. You don't have to listen. So has it started for Hamdan and Manzur?
We have.
You were not following?
Yeah, I'm following.
But is it the same screen going on?
Yes, I can see your share screen.
Yeah, my screen. What about your screen, man? So I'm the only one, huh? Oh, seriously. I am the only one. So much for the testers. God, man, what's wrong with you guys? Okay, I'm just gonna, well, I don't want to move away from this screen because it's showing all the tasks now. I wanted to really check my second Windows 7 so I could start there as well. But these are all the steps going on right now. Downloading boot, .vim here, okay. So this step is going on and I can quickly check my other VMware machine, what really went there, and control panel and system and security, firewall. See, firewall was on. That's okay. Okay, anyway, going back to that machine. Okay, download is still going on. I'm just gonna quickly, from SCCM, I'm just going to try to push the client quietly. So that machine would get the task sequence right away, and I would have two machines to do this. Anyway, okay, I'm back to this machine. Restart in Windows PE.
Error or restarted?
What, you got an error? Okay, good, it's now restarting now. A migration, it's restarting. Okay, I haven't, it should be a zero touch. So till the end when it is ready to log into Windows 8.1, there should not be any stopping or there should not be any question asking to us. It should be a zero touch. Okay. Windows 8 logo is showing, but there are lots of customized tasks going on. They're going to go on for initializing hardware. Windows is starting up. While this is going on,
one of my Windows 7s start downloading something, but it doesn't like it's still zero.
Oh,
Zero for a couple of
that
minutes.
error. Hey, that's why I was doing all those steps. Yeah, this error came to me as well. So did you?
It means it doesn't have access to the shared folder to download it from it.
Yeah, you can give everyone that.
I gave it to everyone in the organization.
Read and write.
Even to the who cleaned the place. He got home.
That's a good one. No, actually, this error did come to me. That's why I did all the double checking. Did you make sure that USMT was distributed to the DP? The USMT.
Yes, it was blue. I told you.
It should be green, man.
Man, I have like problem today with the color, so it's okay. It means green.
No. Oh, it means green. Okay, okay. So 0%. No, it came to me today. 0% download, and I just double checked all these things, which I went with everyone.
Don't worry, we are used to do the lab 3 times to be able to.
No, actually, you do it after this lab. I had to do it 5 times before giving this lab. So yes.
So practice makes you perfect. Now you're like today you are very confident in all steps actually.
Exactly. Although my heart is still beating for these steps, all these steps. You know, any error could any time pop up, and you know, oh, Roland is saying so quiet now. No, maybe, and no, very good. I miss it. Maybe. Oh yeah, that was Gregory's words, and he's gone. So, and very good, very good.
Amir, could you please send Gregory like Rolando the XP1 video?
XP video?
From last week.
Yeah, the Saturday video.
Can you send that to Rolando?
Oh yes, I think Rolando did not see that video. It was shared on the.
I sent it via email, but he's facing some issues. I will try to send him again.
Oh, okay. Do I have it in the email?
You didn't have a class on Saturday, guys, right?
We had it. Come on. You didn't see the video? Oh, nobody got the video. That's why.
I got something like 1 minute 40 seconds, so I thought it's not something.
What was in that 1 minute 40 seconds? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. No.
You just fast forwarded it, right?
So which is not the class. By default, for me, it's a virus, scam, something like that.
What? You should have listened to that 1 minute video. That was the whole lab was explained in that 1 minute. So far so good.
It was a very quick lab actually.
Yeah, it was very quick lab. Very quick lab. So install.vim is being deployed. While this is deploying, I'm just gonna make sure my other client comes back to its senses and shows yes, which had the firewall on. So still no communication. What's wrong with it? Okay. Okay, no communication.
Check NS lookup and other things from that client.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. And the IP is also okay. Well, I think it's a matter of time before it just shows yes, pops up yes. Anyway, I also wanted to show
because it is coming from the SSI?
No. Last time, the last practice step, both clients got the task, one in ESXi and one this one. This one was faster, of course, but both were successfully upgraded to 8.1. So ESXi is okay. While I don't want to miss any of those steps here for the video, but it's a long one here, so I'm just going to go back. And yeah, we double checked everything regarding firewall. Should be a matter of time now. Still not. Nothing. Fresh. Oh yes. Now we're talking. Okay, second client. Although it's much late, but I'm just going to go to control panel, go to system security, configuration manager, and just trigger that machine policy there. Oh, it hasn't even got the full thing. Trigger once, trigger twice, and well, at any time it should start. Let's go back to what's going on here. So these messages do give away a lot of information what's going on. Had it been a UDI, it would have been much more better graphics here. And so, guys, there will be replace migration, which is much more important than this because some companies prefer in place, some companies prefer replace. So Thursday will be replace migration. If this is successful, keep the environment intact, and so we can make certain changes and do the replace migration.
Oh, yes, why not? Zero done. What about yours, Manzar?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Actually, I am doing zero touch lab today.
Okay, so you're zero touching it. God, that's another way to say it. So students are on ZTI, zero touch. Only teacher is doing the touch. Okay. The second one is LTI, light touch installation. Third one is HTI. This is, I just created now, heavy touch installation. That's what I did.
This is like, are we waiting for an error?
No, we're waiting for confirmation of that Windows 8.1 has those two profiles and all the settings intact.
Yeah, because my SCCM is telling me that I'm restaging your wrong thing.
God, man. Yeah, if it is wrong, then the 8.1, if installed, when installed, it should not be giving the those settings. And you're seeing it yourself, right?
You are ready for 2017 today.
2007?
2017.
Oh,
when everyone will be going to migrate Windows 7 to Windows 10.
So no, you want we should be ready for Windows 10 as well, but Windows 10 itself is not ready.
No, I mean, like today everyone is migrating from Windows XP to Windows 8. So in 2017 they will migrate from 2007, 2008 from.
Now I get it. Okay. So we are doing that lab for future use. By next year everyone will be migrating from 7 to 10. So you would have done it 1 year earlier. So yeah, we are getting ready for.
Amir, I'm gonna translate you from Pakistani to English. You are teaching something useless for us.
God, man. Hey, why are we recording you that? Okay, remind me to edit that. So Windows 7 to I have nearly 80% lab finished for XP. I'm gonna only do it if there are 6 people on that lab. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it. So there should be 6 students plus me, so total 7 people. Then I'm gonna do the XP migration. By that time, I'll be ready as well because there were some few errors left now. But the whole steps, there are just few changes from today for XP.
Or maybe we can create a 2007 SCCM environment for XP migration only.
Whoa! And then migrate the server as well.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Migrate SCCM server
2007 to 2012. Yeah.
That is big project. That is like very big project. Okay.
One that we could do migrate from one domain to another domain. Same operating system, everything.
That's very advanced lab. Cross forest and cross domain.
No, not cross forest, just cross domain. Same forest.
So let's do the replace migration for Windows 7 to 8, and then you know what we are learning here, that we are how to migrate and what are the types of migration, right? And how task sequence has to be. This is the easiest one, right? Then we're gonna go for the tough one, and you're gonna be scratching your head, everyone. Because there's so many steps, extra steps there. Definitely now, you guys convinced me that yes, we better do XP migration. So then I could say, see. Oh, that's it. See. So Pixie boot in MDT is not working as well. Yeah, my Pixie boot for MDT. So then I showed. So Roland is asking for the last lab, which was Pixie and which was MDT and UDI, right? So in my case, my Pixie environment was not working. So the steps I took today to make sure that Pixie environment is working are the same steps I should have taken before starting the MDT and UDI lab. As per the MDT and UDI configuration, that were exactly okay. It was the deployment component that I forgot to configure at that time, which was like enable the PXE on distribution point and upgrade both boot images. So I started doing it after I had deployed already the UDI. So I should have done it at the start of the lab. Okay, so MDT and UDI, I can recreate another video because I lost that environment. I have snapshot back to originals. So I'm gonna start that video later, and then I'm gonna just follow those steps and try to show you the complete thing. But then we showed the Gregory's environment, right, in that video, and the UDI was showing. So that's what we were looking for, that UDI should be showing, and thank God. That's why I need testers, anything could happen. I could get error right now, and there could be another machine that did not get an error. So I could just show that machine. But now Citrix is even more tough, man. But SCCM, nothing is as tough as SCCM. Or VMware Labs will be very tough. It's a big environment, and we have to do very crazy things there. Okay. So yeah, welcome, Orlando. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the complete product. So I owe you that video, everyone who's following. Right now, this works. There was 2 or 3 errors that in the Windows 7 environment, but I learned a lot from configuring XP for migration. It became very easy for me to do the Windows 7 migration because so many extra steps I did not have to do, which I had to do for XP. That's why Windows 7 migration looks like a breeze to me. Like, wow, cool, that's so. But the replace one, that's going to be challenging again. Not as challenging as XP, but, and the beauty is that we should be doing XP within the R2. That would be the bigger challenge because many of the companies have migrated to R2. And then they saw this, oh, XP, we can't do that, it's not compatible. There are so many workarounds. So guys, we are nearing the completion of in-place migration, installing configuration manager client agent. Installing configuration manager client agent. After that, you would see the Fox reader.
Today you are using a different room, like it's very dark, no window.
No, actually it's already night, and it's not, putting light on me, but I'll put a lamp and that's gonna throw the light directly at me, just like in movies, and then yeah.
Spotlight actually.
Yeah, spotlight, that. I'll do some kind of makeup as well, So, oh, you know what? There's another building right in front of me with all those windows. So I'm just gonna put the drapes in front. Okay, so the messages are still, oh, there you go. The Fox reader is deploying now. It was not in Windows 7, but now it is being deployed separately. And okay, what about my other machine?
So we will deploy drivers as well for in the replace migration.
Yeah, we'll just put some drivers just to know how to put the drivers, because otherwise it's not gonna need that. But we're gonna just add that step. Oh, it did not catch the task sequence. Second machine. Anyway, let's go to the first machine. Okay, estimating size of files and settings. This is the user setting. Restore. So capture the user files and settings was done. Now it's restoring the user files and settings here. Applying files and settings for this computer. Applying files and settings for this computer. Okay. So the restore is going on. So it's going to be more difficult in replace. I mean, many errors could pop up at that time because it's now going from one machine to another machine. So many double checks have to be done. SCCM 2007 deployment would be too advanced for this course. Okay, so we are going to be, oh come on, finish man, this is the last step I think. Applying files and settings for this computer. So next Thursday, replace, and hopefully if I could, you know,
next Thursday, coming Thursday.
Like coming Thursday, yeah. So there will be replace and hopefully XP as well. All right, second restart coming.
Don't waste 22 seconds, just click on restart.
Man, really, I don't want to touch anything.
Zero touch.
Zero touch. If it's happening in 10,000 machines or 1,000 machines or 500 machines, just we let it work.
We will ask Gregory to restart the machine. He's there.
Is there? Oh, is that work? So, okay. Okay, Windows 8 starts. There will be some more additions and then the final application adding, you know, the Windows 8 thing as well. Initializing the System Center 2012 R2 configuration management client. So client is still being restored from the restore user files and settings. That action is being run right now. And set up operating system. Okay, so just imagine if it's happening on 1,000 machines. Okay, there you go. And it's joined to the domain. Okay, so SCCM domain. Hey, let's just go directly to test user 01, right? Test user 01. Hi. Oh shoot, seriously. Yeah. We're setting things up for you. You can get new apps from the store. Yeah, just go ahead, please. Come on, show me those, if you kept those files and folders intact. And suppose if it's 500 machines and the user screams, hey, I have Windows 8, but all my documents folders are gone. So what would you do if, you know, among 500? All right, everything is there. So a user logs in on Monday morning and, hey, I have new operating system, and okay, that's how I saved it on my desktop. My wallpaper is not there, and let me check my documents. Okay, good. Company and company doc, everything is there. Thank you very much, Mr. Administrator. At least my files are there. Okay, what about my shared? Oh, okay. Map network. Oh, I could not make map network drive on this one. I think I was not able to do that for some reason, so I just started. The map network drive is not there. But I think I did not do it on this one. I did it on this one, which did not start the, you know, task sequence at all. Okay, user states, user settings are there, files are there, and the application, which was an extra thing, got installed there.
Desktop background has changed.
Yeah,
maybe that wallpaper is not supported in 2000 or Windows 8.
Exactly, you're right. Yeah, the wallpaper is not there.
What about shared drive for?
No, shared drive. I think I did not create it, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think I have to rewind this video. But documents are
Then
there.
why it's showing another shared folder, which is VMware? What is this?
This was, I think, already. Hey, I think this was it. But why the
yeah,
same
but it's not. Maybe there are some issues with the network settings.
I think this is this. Options. This one.
Okay.
No, but this is disabled. No, it's not this. It is that shared folder, which is not open right now. So we lost the connectivity with, but it's not even showing the correct path for the shared folder. And what I really did, I did more tasks here, and it did not start. Oh yeah, even it's not here. Oh, so I did create map network drive did not reach here, as well as the computer settings did not reach, but the documents, the profile, the user profile was intact. Other than that, if we had done some network settings, that did not reach because I disabled the network card here, and now the internet is showing here. In Windows 7, I had disabled the second network card. It did not migrate the network settings and computer settings. It migrated the user settings. Maybe it's the compatibility with Windows 8 and 7, but the main thing is the folders and files, the data is there. In replace migration, we're going to try one more thing, because here we would have tried one more thing. There's an option of, hey, back up the whole C drive first, and then put that backup somewhere else. Take an image of the C drive, and then migrate everything, then do what we did now. So if something goes wrong and data is lost, we would have had an image already that we can restore from. So this we would put in the task sequence for replace migration. So we would have some extra features to work on. Okay guys, so this is the easiest task. Even doing this requires that, you will get lots of errors. I received a lot of errors in this one as well, but this was doable because I went through huge amount of errors for XP. So this became easy for me. I knew some of the things that at once I need to grab those and fix those things. So yes, everything requires hard work. Then it looks like this, easy. So there was a lot of work done to make this happen so easily here. So please repeat this. If you don't go through this, you will not be you will not be able to do the replace one, or and I need some testers, please, this time, Thursday one. Roland is asking, is Windows Easy Transfer also migration tool? So anyone use Easy Transfer before?
Yes, I used it.
So
it's for personal use only. Like you can transfer your one laptop to another laptop, Windows based, which is which will transfer all your applications, user profile, data from one network to another network. You can connect two network over the your wide network or over the Wi-Fi. Even you can connect it through the
over the network it is. Okay.
Yeah, over the network.
So it's LTI, it's light touch. You have to be there.
Yes, there are some certain steps on both machines.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Okay. So that's the basic migration tool that is built into the Windows, right?
It's free for it's inbuilt for Windows, I guess now, but before that it was offered by the Lenovo initially.
No, Easy Transfer is not in Windows?
I don't think so. It's Windows. Maybe it's with Windows 8 or Windows 10, but before that it was a separate utility. Even when I was purchasing my laptop, it offered me Easy Touch for.
Okay, there's nothing like that. Yeah, you're right. Oh,
Windows Easy Transfer.
I said it too soon. Sorry. Windows Easy Transfer. Yeah. Okay. So this is a good point to pick, but you can't open Windows Easy Transfer using a standard account. Oh yeah, I'm logged in from not an administrator account, but it is there. Yeah. So that's a good point, Orlando. And yeah, it's a manual step. It's in
not
Windows.
For migration, it's for your personal computer to migrate to another computer.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think so it's gonna be transfer your domain settings or your other things.
Oh, yeah. It's like from the client side. A client could do it himself or herself.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, this was the. Ooh, whoa.
I have a tool for migration as well. Like if you have one or two systems, and for example, you have a small network with 10 or 15 networks, you can even do the cross-domain or cross-forest migration with that tool.
That was
very Which one?
Prof.wiz or something like that.
Yeah, I think yeah. That's it.
Hey, that's good. So we're gonna try to do that SCCM ZTI zero touch installation for replace. That would be yeah. So they use USMT. Okay. So we're gonna be doing the ZTI for replace, which will be much more important. So without replace migration, the whole migration topic is not complete. We're gonna still do it on 7. If I'm able to do it on XP, I would love to do that. But you know, I don't want to waste our class time and your time. If there are so many errors coming in, it's not. I don't think it's maybe it's worth it. Whoever faces that situation. But migration. What is migration? What is involved in migration? What types of migrations are there? As far as these topics are concerned, with respect to you know SCCM, we are going good. I really wanted to do the XP because that's a tough one, but it is too time consuming.
By the next lab, I will do it and send it to you. Don't worry.
All right, that's the spirit, man. Okay, guys. So try to do this in place before the replace migration. So you will be ready for replace migration as well. Yeah.
Bye bye. See you. Bye bye. See you. Good night. Good night.
All right. See you. Okay, guys. So today we are on time. See you in next lab. Good night. Good night, Orlando.
Good night.
Good night, Amir. Good night, Sagan. Good night, Nasser. Okay, let's stop the sharing.